Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got some brand new Assassin's Creed Valhalla goodness to check out, and we have, Norse Mythology, mate, which is, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty clued up, not just from the Marvel MCU, but overall, I actually think Norse Mythology is hella interesting, mate. All that stuff, even Greek mythology, I love all that good stuff, so yeah, I'm looking forward to this, mate. I'm also really glad there's a lot of Norse mythology in the game. I know some people are like a little bit upset that it's not like super realistic, even though Assassin's Creed's never been like super realistic, but you know what I mean. No Egyptian gods, no Spear of Leonidas, none of that stuff, but yeah, we're going back to the mythology stuff. Me personally, I really enjoy it. Actually, that is going to be the question of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Are you happy with all this stuff being in your AC game, or do you just want it to be Viking stuff, no mythology stuff, just none of that, just a traditional AC game? Please let me know in that comment section below. Go!
Hello, I'm Darby McDevitt,
Hello.
Narrative Director of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and this is an introduction to Norse mythology.
That looks so good, man.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla takes place in an era that marks the gradual transition from the pagan religions of old Europe to modern Christianity. In England, where most of our story is set, the Christian faith has recently gained a firm foothold, but there are still many pagan religions flourishing. Most notable of these is the pantheon of gods worshipped by the Norse people who lived in the regions we now call Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. This eclectic collection of gods includes such figures as Odin, the All-Father and King of all gods,
The All-Father.
Freya, the goddess of love and battle, and Loki, the obstinate trickster.
The big man.
For all the Norse characters in our story, including our protagonist Eivor, these gods and the stories about them constitute a living religion. They
I love
offer
that about
comfort
the game.
and wisdom to the men and women who take them seriously. But these were not gods who offered revelation or promised salvation. Similar to the Greco-Roman gods, the Norse gods were not paragons of virtue, nor were they beings to which anyone should aspire, for they were as changeable as the seasons and as unpredictable as the weather.
Ooh,
In the Norse
love
conception
snow.
of reality, the world was broken up into 9 realms, with Asgard being the home of the most important gods. Accessed by a bridge of light known as the Bifrost, Asgard was the site of Odin's Hall of Slain Champions, called Valhall, or Valhalla. This was the final resting place of all warriors who died bravely
we go
in
to
battle,
Helheim,
weapon in hand,
I'm
and
gonna be
whose
gassed in
reward
this
it
video.
was to remain at Odin's side, drinking and warring until the coming of Ragnarok, the battle at the end of time. As one might expect from a people who valued courage and honor, the Norse approached their gods somewhat bluntly. They did not pray to them asking for redemption, they bargained with them, making sacrifices for a stroke of good fortune. Where virtue and sin and redemption are hallmarks of the Christian faith, for the Norse sensibility, ideas like honor and reputation held much greater sway. But this does not mean that the Norse religion lacked notions of goodness or ethics. Through sources like the poetic Edda, we can find, amid tales of debauchery, deceit, and cruelty, passages of great beauty and common sense. In a poem called the Havamal, ostensibly written by Odin himself, we find this verse: "The unwise man lies awake all night, pondering everything over and over, and when morning comes, his mind is weary, and his burdens have not yet lifted."
Oh, that looks so good,
Wise
man.
words from the All-Father, so do as he says and stop your worrying. Get a good night's sleep and rise refreshed, for the gates to Valhalla will soon be open.
Yo, was that it? That was well quick, man. Yeah, that was good, man. That was pretty good. Didn't get any Helheim stuff, but I hope there is that in the game. That is my favourite realm, obviously. Of all Norse mythology stuff. Yeah, if you haven't played God of War, that was really good. Like I said at the start, I'm really happy that a lot of this stuff is in the game. I think it wouldn't be right or feel right without it. I think it's like integral to AC now. All this like crazy other stuff. Not saying Norse stuff's crazy, but you know what I mean. From where it was at the start, AC like 1 to 3, to now, there's a big difference. That is what I mean. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, thank you so much for watching today's video. I really do appreciate it. We are getting close to 9K, yo. The goal, actually, is 10K before the end of the year. Don't know if that's possible, but if it is, I'll be gassed, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in a bit.